Betway sponsors Froch versus Groves 2 on Sky Sports.
This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're in Westfield here in London for the George Groves Open Workout. With me, I have got Sky Sports' Adam Smith. How are you, Adam?
I'm good, Coogan. I'm great. I'm really excited about this week. It's what it's all about.
Absolutely. 2 days in now. We saw the Froch Open Workout where there was a couple of thousand people in Nottingham yesterday. Great turnout here again for George Groves. It's a testament to how big this fight is.
Absolutely. I mean, I think when we were in Nottingham 6 months ago for the same thing with Carl before the first fight, there was, you know, a couple of hundred, 200 or 300 maybe, but it was much bigger yesterday, deeper, wasn't it? And there was a real atmosphere. And I think it's same again here, looking around us at Westfield. I live only 10-15 minutes away from here, and I actually walked down today, and people were stopping me in the streets and saying, look, who's going to win, Froch or Groves? And I think that it's really captured the imagination, this, unlike any other fight in a long time. And I just think, Coogan, it's got everything. It's got the fact that they don't like each other. It's got the fact that they had a great fight last time. It's got the fact that it's unfinished business because of how it was stopped. And it's got the fact that nobody knows, nobody can predict exactly what's going to happen, not even the fighters.
From a broadcaster point of view, are you worried that you won't be able to top this in your lifetime?
That's a very good question, actually. First time someone's asked me that. You know, I've been in this business 20 years. I've been at Sky through many big fights. And, you know, boxing comes in cycles. You know, you always get something coming up. And so I'm not worried about that. No, I think this is, in anything, this is going to put us on a bigger stage. This is a chance for the casual fans to get in, really enjoy it. And I think we've got to use this as a stepping stone, as a launch pad, really, to get more big British rivalries together, more big stadium shows, and take our best over to the States. I think it's really good for boxing. It may be a while before this happens again, but who knows? We might have a great fight. George might nick it this time. There might be a third one. So, you know, you don't know. I was just watching Anthony Joshua in the ring there. You know, might be a couple of years, but surely he's going to be selling out the big arenas, isn't he? So, you know, it's I think it's all good for the sport.
You talk about domestic rivalries. Potentially, there is. I'm not saying fights that they're going to reach these heights, but potentially there are in the possible winner of this fight to face the Gal, Cleverly Bellew later in the year, Queen Frampton, Brooke Khan. The ingredients are all there. You know, whether they get made or not is obviously down to whatever. But
I was saying to Eddie actually that I think this may be the chance for us to have some real big British fights. You know, now we've got the public captured with this one. I think why not? You know, Bellew and Cleverly. Okay, it's more trade than this, but it's still a great grudge match. Amir Khan, okay, had a terrific win against Luis Calase, may well get the Mayweather fight, but at some point, if Kell Brook can win a world title, that's a huge fight. You know, plus, as you said, you know, Quig Frampton, another massive fight, because you've got a kid from Manchester and a kid from Belfast, both with big followings. You know, no one knows who's going to win that as well. And that's what we want to try and get, you know, 50-50 fights, 55-45 fights, all along the way, and on these cards too, as much as possible. And then that will really get people back involved. I think the Olympics was a huge help. I think what Joshua and Anthony Ogogo and Luke Campbell and Nicola Adams and Katie Taylor did in London, I think that's really launched us forwards again. And I think we really built from that. You know, Froch Kessler, Froch Groves 1, Froch Groves 2 now, you know, huge fights that are happening. And I think it's as you can see around you, Coogan, you know, a lot of people here, and you know, these aren't just boxing fans.
Tomorrow's the undercard press conference for the fight. What do you make of the undercard?
I think it's really good. I think, you know, Anthony Joshua on first of all to kick it off. Hopefully he's going to go the whole way in the sport. You've got terrific fights with Jamie McDonald going for a world title. You've got Kevin Mitchell in a really important fight against an unbeaten. You've got James DeGale against, you know, a guy from Amir Khan's stable with Virgil Hunting, and they've come to win Gonzalez, and that's a terrific fight. And then of course Froch and Groves. So it's you know, it's a short, sharp, quick night because it's only sort of 6:30 to 11, but it's packed with great fights, and obviously it finishes with, you know, the fight that everybody wants to see. So I'm really pleased with it.
I know whenever there's a pay-per-view announced, it means two things. You get some people who are going to moan having to obviously pay extra on top of what they already pay for their Sky bills, but it also means if it's pay-per-view, we're going to see a big fight. But realistically in a year, how many pay-per-views do we expect to see from Sky Sports?
We take one at a time, as you know, Coogan. I mean, we've had, obviously, Froch Kessler. We had a break away from it for a while after Hey Klitschko. We came back with Froch Kessler. we've had Froch Groves, we've got this one. Hay Fury was going to happen but didn't, obviously, because Hay was injured. So we're probably doing 2, maybe 3 a year, something like that. But obviously we look at each one, and we'll only make sure that if it is Sky Sports box office, it has to be a really big fight. I mean, that's the key, and obviously a very deep card. So let's get this one out of the way and see where we go.
All right, Adam Smith, thanks for talking to iField TV, and we look forward to, like I said, the press conference tomorrow, final press conference on Thursday, which should be interesting. You'll be right in the middle of that, Adam. Your face is always a picture when things are going on.
A bit like a tennis match.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's listen, it's great to be around it. I think Froch and Groves just have that chemistry, don't they? They don't like each other. They're never going to like each other. They might respect each other grudgingly after this, but they're never going to be hanging out together, are they? They're very different personalities, and it just adds to the spice.
Adam Smith, thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, Keegan.
Thank you.
Betway sponsors Froch versus Groves 2 on Sky Sports.